Ryan here coming to you with a brand new video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Comment down below. Help out your boy to get out into the YouTube universe. More people needs to hear this information here. All right, so let's go. As you know, tonight we're talking about change your thoughts, change your life. All right, so we understand that our thoughts are the most powerful tools we have got. And to think what you want to think is to think the truth, regardless of appearances. All right, so it doesn't matter what situation you are in. Your thoughts is what is going to help you to get out of that situation, plus taking actions. Okay, so the two together, your thoughts plus taking actions will get you out of the situation that you are in. All right, so change your thoughts, change your life. The thoughts that we have been downloaded with from age 1 to 7 has become outdated, and it is not getting us to where we need to go. It's just not helpful. It's destroying us. Right? That old program we have been running on, it's it's outdated, and this is when you are gonna have to exactly. Thoughts can help you or hurt you. So this is when we are gonna have to decide to get out there, get on the journey, and change our thoughts. All right. The way how we used to live, we can no longer live that way. It's damaging, it's destructive, and we are causing trouble for ourselves by staying in our old frequency, old paradigm, old programming. So we need to get out of there. We need to get out, and we need to start to go after the things that will make our lives better. What will change our lives? Happy Thanksgiving. Appreciate you for thank you for being here. Hopefully all is well with you and your loved one as well. Happy holidays to you and your family. Uh, so we are talking about making the change, and we're going from one place, to the next. So change your thoughts, change your life. This is not particularly easy to do because this is not something that we were programmed to do. We didn't learn how to do this. We understood it. We heard these things growing up. While we were children, they will tell you, watch your mouth, guard your tongue, don't say this, don't say that, but they didn't really explain to you in details the reason why you shouldn't talk a certain way, and how destructive it is to just let your thoughts run wild without controlling it and purifying your thoughts. All right, they didn't explain to us that our thoughts are creative. We heard these things, but we did not know how to actually sit down and take the time out to practice until our thoughts actually change, where our thoughts can also become a foundation for our life, become part of our foundation for creating a better life. So this is why I so this is why I said change your thoughts, change your life. Well, how do you do that? How do you change your thoughts? You cannot just sit down on your couch and expect this thing to happen. It will not. You're gonna have to intentionally and deliberately get into practice mode. It must be practice. Anything you want to get good at must be practice. So if you want to practice speaking in a healthy way, then we're gonna have to practice that. And I understand there is repetition involved, and a lot of people don't want to sit down and do the reps. They are afraid of it, and I understand. I get it. because it involves a lot of work. So a lot of us do not want to do the work. It's like going down to the gym. You don't want to go down there, go down to the gym. But if you have to get in shape in order for you to get into the dating marketplace and choose a suitable partner, you probably should go to the gym, right? Want to get fit, want to get in shape, get healthy. You have cancer or something like that, and then you need to lose some weight, get in shape, start running, so that way you can become cancer free. You're gonna have to get on the pavement, do the running, go into the gym, start eating healthy. Why? You're trying to save your life, right? Same thing for your thoughts. Your thoughts can create a lot of problems for you. So when I say change your thoughts, change your life, the reason for it is because you are trying to save your own life. Do not say the wrong thing to the wrong person. It can put an end to your life right there and then. We do not want to do that. We want to avoid that as much as we possibly can, like the plague. We want to stick around here so we can see our children and grandchildren grow up. Okay? And that's what we're after. We are after saving our lives, not being destructive to other people, not causing other people's lives to be a living hell, not to make them miserable. We want to change all of that. And this is why change your thoughts, change your life become important. Your thoughts are the most important tools you have got. To think what you want to think is to think the truth regardless of appearances. Your circumstance, your circumstances right now doesn't really matter. Yes, it's painful because where you are, that's not where you want to be. You want to be further ahead. But none of that is important or relevant right now. Whatever happened to you in the past happens already. All right. Now it's time to look at the past and look at your future. You spent the last 5, 10 years screwing up your life. Whatever is happening to you right now is the decisions you made 5 years ago. I learned that from Les Brown some years ago. And when I look back on my life, I'm like, yeah, he's right. I could see all the dumb decisions that I have made in the past, which got me to where I was. I was in a low state, very low state, but I need to get the hell up out of there. And I was fighting, pushing hard, working my way up until I eventually get up on a different frequency, on a higher frequency. Little by little, bit by bit, piece by piece, I start to go up on a higher frequency more and more. And this is when action comes in, even if it doesn't make any sense to anybody else. If it feels right to you, as long as you're not hurting other people, please go ahead and take that action. You know what you want. Other people don't know what you want. Right? And speaking of that, don't know, you know what you want, and other people don't know what you want. This is why we grow up not not well trained to get the things that we want out of life, because the people who we were around while we were kids did not know what we want, but still yet they were programming us. We were getting their programming, or their programs that they are running on, and we watch them by observing them, looking at how they talk and how they say things and how they move, and we observe that, and guess what happened? We copy and download and emulate these people. We picked up on their thoughts, their feelings, their actions, and their behaviors. We observe that for a very long time until we become very similar to them. We do things very similar to them. Right now, if you are a person who are going after success right now, you can look around you and look in your family and see how many people in your family actually are, have the drive to go out there and get what they want out of life. A lot of people don't know how to. So, this is why changing your thoughts, changing your life is so crucial. So, now, like I said, there are reps involved. You're gonna have to do the repetition. How are you? Um, Hello, and very strong man. Thank you very much. Appreciate you. All right. So change your thoughts, change your life. Get into that place where understanding that you're gonna have to improve your life. Improving your thoughts is a huge part of improving your life. What you say, how you say it, who you say it to, can get you good results, or it can get you, and you ended up with very bad experiences. So things that we can do to change our thoughts and change our lives. You're gonna have to learn how to not do the things that you were doing. I know it's kind of hard to get away from those things because we have been conditioned to do things a certain way. We have been conditioned to follow the people who we are close to. We do things similar to them. I think they said you are the what? The after five people that you hang out with, you are very similar to those people. And I can see why. Because you hang out with them all the time, you think the same thoughts, you pretty much do things similar. Despite the fact that you guys are different in some ways, but you typically do things similar. And we do not want to do things the way how everybody else does it, especially if these people are lacking in areas where you want to excel. We're not going to be doing that. That is going to change. I want you to start think seriously. Exactly. Birds of a feather flock together. I want you to start think seriously about what you want. What do you want out of life? You gotta start think about that. I would say start with some basic things. Um, I wouldn't stress out too much about money in the beginning because money is not the most important thing. It is important, don't get me wrong, because your bills need to be paid every month, or else you can get kicked out of your apartment. All right, and we don't want that to happen. But money is not the most important thing, especially when you just started up on this journey here. Money is like the third, fourth, or fifth thing that comes, because your association, your relationship, friends, family, you know, you being loving, kind, caring, and respectful to other people as well. All those things come into play. You don't need money to be that to those people. All right. So changing all of that for yourself and for other people as well. Your health should come before money. I understand a lot of people do not want to get fit, get in shape, stay in shape, get healthy, stay healthy. Get on the grind and stay on the grind. A lot of people don't want to do it. Oh my God, it's too hard. Yes, it is. But what do you want? Do you want to stay where you are? Or do you want to experience something better 5 years from now? Because if you do not make the change that you should make, or the changes, the same way how your life was 5 years ago, it's going to be the same way how it is now. And we're going to have to do something about that. making the necessary moves, creating this brand new life, a life that you can enjoy. People are enjoying you and you are enjoying them. They become clients and associates, and they become great friends. You ended up creating beautiful relationships with these people as well, because we're not going to go back to where we were. It's too hard, and it is also too painful. It is extremely painful. So we're not going to do that either. Moving forward, from moving forward, moving from here to get to where you want to go to. It's no simple task. It's not necessarily easy because of the things that I promote, which I think you can do, which will get you out of where you are right now, the mess that you are in. Your life is a mess. You are causing a whole bunch of trouble for yourself. You are getting into all types of unnecessary problems, worries, and troubles with other people. And you do not want these problems at all. They are destroying you, they are taking over your life, and they are going to ruin your life if you don't do anything to stop them, because they must be stopped. Create a brand new script for your life. So you used to argue, fight, and quarrel, and you used to complain about everything. You used to be sad, miserable. You are never really happy. You are bitter, you are angry, you are full of resentment, you are full of old trauma. And these are things that we want to put an end to. We want to wash those away. I want to create a life of joy, happiness, a beautiful life, a joyful life, a loving life, a caring life, an affection. You are affectionate to the people who you are close to, right? Not one of resentment and bitterness and anger and hatred, where we scream and yell at other people. We don't want to do that. Go back to it. Change your thoughts. Change your life. We want others to respect us. But you see, respect doesn't come from, you don't get respect. You earn it. You can see some people online, a lot of times I look at them and they're, oh, this person hate me because I look like this. This person, I'm like, yeah. There's two parts to that. Sure, those people might be skin color hater people. Sure, that's fine. But also, what have you been doing, sir or ma'am, for these people to respect you? They didn't respect you already. So what makes you believe they're going to respect you now? Like you now. What you can work towards, you can work to get respect. Most people will respect you if you are doing well in life. Majority people will. I don't care that the most hateful person you come across, they will respect you because you are a upright man. You know, you work towards achieving your goals, and you don't cry and complain even if it's snowing outside, if it's raining out there, if it's hot as hell. It doesn't matter. You will still go out there and get the job done. People respect people like those. Has nothing to do with how you look a lot of the times. But I hear people say it, and I'm like, yeah, that's not the whole story. That's part of it. So don't listen to it when you hear them say, like, get away from these topics and these subjects. Get away from them. Focus on building yourself, developing yourself. Create, develop your vocabulary. Become healthy, become fit. Start living in a fit, healthy body. Start getting in shape. These are things that's not easy to do. Especially the older you get, is the more harder it gets. All right. because you have to get out there, put on your running shoes, go hit the pavement, do the run. Get into the gym, get in the pull-up bars, hit the ground, do the push-ups, lift the weights, right? And you have to study and practice in order for you to change your thoughts, so that way when you're having conversations and you are interacting with other people, you become this person who speaks so beautifully. People want to be around you. All right. Thank you very much. Good to see you, brother. I appreciate you being here. Thank you for being here. Yeah. Yes, I understand. Running, yeah, because I'm 44 and I run every day. I've been running for the past 467 days now. I've been running, right? So I understand. Running can take up a lot. But you see, the thing is, I don't make up excuses or anything like that. I just get up and go do it. So some people, I don't believe that running should be on their agenda right now, because after a while that thing can take a toll on you and it's very hard. I understand, but can you walk? I would recommend some kind of walking. Walk on the treadmill, walk outside, get you and your dog, your little dog Zoe can go walk the trail. You guys can go walk together, go for a walk. All right. So, but still, I don't care how old you are. Weight training is very important. You don't have to lift heavy. Lift light weights that will carry that, because you don't want to be old and broke down. Age can break you down very quickly. All right, you don't want to be doing that. You want to be getting up in age and also be in good shape. That helps a whole lot. All right, so I would say put in some work there. All right. And next thing, because you see, we want to speak beautifully. We want to speak like we are, like the words that you know, leave in our tongue is coming out beautifully. We do not want to use our words to hurt other people. And we have to train for that. We have to practice for that. At least the ones who, um, because like I said, some of us did not get that programming where we are where we are agreeable, friendly. Some of us did not got that program. Some of us are like literally insufferable and also not pleasant. Insufferable, not pleasant. We want to be pleasant, want to be friendly, want to be pleasant, friendly, and agreeable. So we can get along with other people around us. Doesn't mean you are going to agree with everything that somebody says, because I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to, like, there are a lot of things that I disagree on. You come to me with certain subjects or topics, I am going to push back and be like, no, I disagree with you and I'm not going to do that. What you want me to do there, I will not do it. So at some point, you're going to have to stand up for yourself and stand up for what you believe in. Even if, you know, you have to not have friends for a little while, you're going to have to stand up for what you, because you see, people with backbone are admirable. But it doesn't mean you need to be an arrogant asshole. All right? And we don't want that. Exactly. So, yeah, I want these guys to be authentic. All right? I can tell you something right now, Golden Child. That apology will never happen. And I think this is a huge mistake we are making, where we are sitting down waiting for people to apologize to us. It will never happen. All right? I hate to be the bearer of bad news. That will never happen. And this is when we're going to have to forget about whatever the hell happened to us in the past, because there will be nothing will happen. What happens in the past, you will get no form of recognition or anything for it. So, where we at right now, we can choose to stay in that state, or we can get serious about moving forward. We're gonna have to work on becoming exceptionally wonderful people. We can do that, and that is what I am recommending for our people. I am not gonna sit down here and tell you that, we are going to fight for this and fight for that. It's not going to work. It hasn't been working. Okay. So we have to get out of that program and the paradigm. We will never get an apology for anything at all. That's not gonna happen. And we're gonna have to live with that. So that is part of it. I'm still going on here. So that type of stuff, I recommend changing your own life. And human beings, we are very tribalistic. We are so tribal, where we will not really get along with each other. You can see here recently when Charlie Kirk got shot there recently. You see, people are at each other's throat. This is not just black people, but all the freaking races got involved in there. So we are never gonna get along like that as a people or as a nation. So this is why you're gonna have to individually sit down and decide what you want and start working from there, and just let go off of the old stuff there. It's going to keep you back and keep you where you are. So if you are looking for an apology from some guy who has done wrong in the past, that's never gonna happen. I hate to say it, but that's just how it is going to be. Work on yourself, change your own life. Start loving yourself, start loving yourself, start respecting yourself. Decide what you want out of life, the people who you want to help, and so forth, and what you need to do to help those people. Yeah. So I understand. I've watched tons of video on that subject, and I have watched tons of video on that subject, and I realized that, why the hell are we sitting down here talking about this again? About something that we will never get any. It's like nothing is gonna come of it. Not a darn thing. And I understand. I get it. There was a painful past there, and we need to heal from it. But guess what happened? We are gonna have to be our own healer. Nobody's coming to heal us. And I know, some of you, my people, wants to see some magic man come out of the sky, or come out of the White House, or come out of some cracks from out of the ground or somewhere, to come wave his magic wand and heal you guys. That's never gonna happen. We're gonna have to be our own healer and heal our own selves. And this is gonna happen individually, household by household. It's not gonna happen on a large scale, on a massive scale. Look at the TV, or I should say the television networks. Do you see they promote any type of anything? Right, exactly. I realize that this is what I have to do. I have to heal my own self. Nobody's gonna heal me. I understand that. Nobody. So I am not gonna sit down here. Golden child, I love you very much. You have been very supportive to me, and I truly appreciate you. Um, right, exactly. I don't have a TV either. You know, and I cannot sit down here in good faith and tell you that some guy gonna show up from somewhere to come pat you on the back and apologize. It's not gonna happen, and we need to just let that go where it is. I know it is very difficult to do, and do not engage when you hear them online. They're talking about this topic. I want you to get away as far from it as you possibly can. The reason for this is I noticed something about that topic there when you talk about slavery and so forth. It does not add any value to your life. Look in your own life. It will not add any value. You know? Yep, that you mean the picture right here? It was drawn up. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's a mountain goat. Right? So we're not going to focus on any of that moving forward because I would like to see you improve and do better in your life. And if you get stuck on this subject, talking about slavery and reparation and all of that stuff, it will not add any value to your life. It will not change your life one bit. You will not, and it has so much emotions attached to it. It's unbelievable how angry and how bitter people becomes when you're talking about this subject here. I recommend all all of my friends who I love and care for, please stay away from that topic. Stay away from the subject. Look at your bank account. Look how much you need to put in there so that way you can live comfortably. I know everything is not about money, but we cannot survive anywhere in the world without making a decent income. That's what we should be focusing on. But you see, they don't push that, but they push the divide and conquer because they understand that we are going to be bitter against each other because we are really good at tearing each other down. Understand? Uh, exactly. People are insane. Yep, I don't take the bait at all. Whenever they throw that bait out there, I don't go near that line. I stay away from the hook from the hook, line, and sinker. I was talking to one lady yesterday, and she's a crazy Republican lady. I just sit down there and I'm like, "Yep, I agree," because I know that politics will never bring anything good to this country. Look how they divide and conquer the people. When you go into the black community, it is divided along those lines as well. Some black people are, what you call those, you know, more right wing people, more conservatives. And some black people are just crazy liberals, nut jobs. All right. And they are divided along those lines too. Same thing when you go to the white community. You realize that some white people are crazy left wing people, and you have some crazy right wing nut jobs, and they don't get along with each other. Okay, so I don't want to get involved in that mess because to me it's a whole bunch of you know it's a huge cauldron boiling all these types of ingredients in there, ingredients which I do not want to digest at all. Okay, so I stay away from all these topics and subjects. They're not helpful. They are hurting us, and I do not want to hate anybody. I'm not a hater, and we are destroying ourselves. But by that way. Yes, sir. I do too. I get away from the foolishness and nonsense as far as I put. I avoid it like a plague. But now I am more emotionally mature and strong now. So when I hear it, I can also ignore it. All right. So not a darn thing will happen to So there will be no apology. So forget about it. Nobody's coming to heal you, and if you want to heal yourself, I will volunteer and I will help you and I will show you what I did so that way you can heal yourself and get out of the matrix, this trap that they have you in, because these people are just trying to destroy you. I get what they are saying, like Dr. Umar Johnson and all these people. I understand what they are trying to say, but at the same time, they are not telling you how destructive it is to remain in that state. It's not helpful, right? Right, and that's what we should be doing. That's why I want no part in their hatred. On this journey here, man, is going to be a loving, peaceful, kind, and friendly journey. The people who I am going to associate with, the people who I am going to interact with, I am going to treat them with nothing but respect, kindness, and love, affectionate, right? I am not trying to be such a hateful person where I start hating people who hasn't done me anything at all. And this is what I realized, that these topics on slavery. Look, we could talk about these topics if people were more emotionally mature, and if they have a higher IQ, then we could discuss all these things. But I realized that these topics are pretty much discussed by low IQ people who have no sense of understanding why we are even discussing these topics. All right, and exactly, they do. Exactly. So love and kindness, that's it. All right, and I do not want to hurt any of my subscribers or any of my followers. That's not that yes, IQ, like, look, I personally don't believe that IQ will make you successful. I don't believe so. Some of you see sometimes where a lot of people, I mean, some of these people who are successful, low IQ, right? But high IQ is good for conversations. And if we're going to discuss these topics, I would like to discuss these topics with sometimes about about slavery and so forth. But I'm gonna do it from a different perspective. You know, I am going to do it from a different, because I do not believe it is. I think it's a waste of time talking about it. It is just not um it's not prosperous, and you will never create prosperity in your life by talking about slavery. Hate to be the bearer of bad news, but if individuals, right, and this is what I'm talking about, Scarte. This is what I'm talking about. Become a better person, and this is what we can do. We have control over this. We don't have any control over what happened in the past to us back in slavery. We do not, and that's not going to change anything right now for us. It will not change one darn thing for anybody at all. And I want my people to understand that. And you're gonna say, well, you don't understand because you are not from this country. I get it. I understand all of that. You might have a different experience from what I have. I'm surrounded by nothing but white people. I have no I have no complaints. Nobody has ever attacked me before for being looking like this, or talk to me a certain people. They treat me nice. They are very kind. They are very kind, very friendly, and they are wonderful people. I don't have that experience. All right. So my experience might be different from yours, but I guarantee you, once you change your perception, thank you very much, Zelda. Appreciate you. Thank you very much for being here. Thank you. Exactly. We're all human beings, right? Yeah. Yep. When you, yes, because like, I'm taking, yeah, I am taking radical responsibility, because you see, I don't believe in blaming. Never. I don't believe in whining, crying, and complaining and blaming other people. I just don't. All right. So we're not going to complain and whine and blame anybody for anything at all, because I don't believe it's gonna help you. I cannot help you with that, but I can help you with the healing process. Thank you very much, Zelda. Appreciate you. You know, I can help you with the healing process. If you want to get some help to heal, I can show you what I have done. My past, how I grew up, and all of that, designed to make me a complete failure. Once I learned about my programming and how it was leading me down the wrong road, and I understand that this is now my pain, this is my past, this is my life. I have to take responsibility from here. I don't care what happened to me in the past. The people who beat the crap out of me because I was small and they were bigger than me, knowing full well I can't fight you but because you're bigger than me, dude. And as painful as these things were, and I sat down. I have to sit down in that pain for hours, looking at it and knowing that I didn't deserve to be treated that way. Understand? But I have to make the change. You know? Yep. I practice meditation in a different way from most people because I'm an action guy. I cannot sit down and just, if you have to be like extremely disciplined to sit down, don't speak, and just sit there quiet and still. I'm kind of not like that. I have to go do something physical. So my meditation is practiced differently. I learned that from a guy up there in Canada. Some years ago, I was listening to him, and that's what he said. He said his meditation is different from the way how you will practice something like transcendental meditation or something like that. So I learned from him, and Esther Hicks also, she was talking about sitting down and breathe for 15 minutes or so, and she said running can do that for you. And I'm like, yes, I would prefer to run instead of sitting down and breathe for 15 minutes. Yeah. Right. I do running meditation. Yeah, loving kindness. That's it. Yeah. So I have to train my people to, at least the ones who follow me. I want you to, yep, exactly. It's like a religion. It's like, which one works for you? Judaism, Christianity, Buddhism, Islam, what works for you? And I'm like, I don't really like religion at all. So I'm like, I'm a spiritual person. I would just stick with pure spirituality that works for me. All right. I do not have a sect, that I look to or anything like no. All right. So that's just me. And I tend to be a little bit different from the normal crowd. And some people like it, and some people are like, yeah, you're strange, and that's fine. You are strange and you're a little bit unusual. Yeah, and that's okay. I can live with that. But for the most part, I will not teach any of you to go around there and become hateful and resentful and bitter and full of trauma. I get it. I understand. There's a lot of trauma in us. We are going to have to weed that trauma out of us. We're going to have to wash that trauma out of us. It is our job now. Nobody is coming to save us. You can pray to God all you want. Jesus Christ will not lift his little finger for you. He gave you something called free will, meaning that you can go do whatever you want. You can become a criminal, doesn't mean that there's no consequence for what you do. Or you can become a decent human being, live a wonderful life, live out your full life, create wealth and happiness and joy for yourself and your families and your loved one. You can do that too. Or you can just become a scumbag, and then we have to lock you up in prison because we don't want you out here amongst us, our friends and families, and our kids. All right. Exactly, Christy. I have nothing against right. I whenever I go out, I'm always talking to people whenever I go out. So I'm always, trying to build up some kind of relationship. I'm a relationship kind of person, despite the fact that I spend a lot of time by myself, but I love being in the presence of other people as well. Yes, the scumbags are real, and we need to do something about them. Yeah, those bastards need to go to. We need to like rounds them up or something like that. uh, yeah, I don't like violence, but I think it's necessary sometimes for us to put some people down and put them out of society. I don't care what they're gonna tell me. Line them up against the goddamn wall and just use the AK-47 and spray them down. I don't care what they're gonna tell me. Oh, Ryan, that is this and no. These guys need to go. They need to gone already. Bye bye. Well, we should ignore them when they do not hurt anybody. Yes. But once they start crossing the line and start hurting other people, then we need to do something about them because you get to eat up a whole bunch of our taxpayers' money, and yeah, and then the thing that I see these people do, then they go into prison. Guess what they do? They become Christians. Oh, I give my life to the Lord. I'm not. I'm like, yeah. Why didn't you do that before you go in there, sir? So yeah. Uh, Thank you very much, Christy. Appreciate it. I am. Mm. But I thank you all guys for being here. Thank y'all for the like and the subs. Appreciate y'all. Y'all have been wonderful, and this has been a great meeting with you. Has been a great conversation, and I enjoy talking to y'all. Yes, yeah. When you are too emotional, it doesn't really. When you're too emotional, yeah, it causes a lot of problems because, like I said, I have been in a situation before where I've been too emotional, and it just doesn't go over well with other people. So I try to reduce the emotions and come from a place of logic. So that way I can to get that person to acknowledge what they do and understand that it is hurting other people. Yeah. Well, all right then. Escarte, I will catch up with you soon. Hopefully, you come back. I'm looking forward to see you soon here in a brand new live, and we can talk some more. I really enjoy your perspective, your conversations. Having conversations with you is eye opening as well, and appreciate your time for being here. And thank you all, everybody, for who has showed up, and thank my folks who are here with me and understand that we are not going to wait for other people to come out and give us a pat on the back and tell us how much we have been hurt and we are being traumatized. That's never gonna happen. We're gonna have to seriously start to heal ourselves. The healing process is the heal. I am a proud of a lot of things, but I am mostly proud of the healing work I have done, and that has helped me to have wonderful friends, great relationships, and I want you to experience that too. I want you to experience something called peace of mind, so we don't get extremely angry and resentful about what has happened to you in the past. I don't care what happened in the past. That person was a bad person who hurts you. But right now, moving forward, you have to change. Hate is not something that I want you to practice. You can get really good at it, and it can really destroy your life. Okay? So we're not going to do that. All right, folks. Talk to you soon. Bye for now. And don't forget, like and subscribe. Comment down below. Help out your boy to get out into the YouTube universe. I appreciate y'all. Good night.